All right. Hey, welcome back, Dev. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great. And you?
I'm fine. Long time, man. I feel like there's a lot going on with Arsenal every single day. Since the last time we met, a lot of things have
Absolutely.
happened. We're going to talk about a few of them.
Yeah,
Uh, how's your week been, though?
yeah, it's almost daily. Yeah, my week has been fine. I trust
Okay.
yours too has been fine.
Yeah, it's been good. Not so much going on, but it's been productive. So, if you think I want to talk about, one of them is obviously hot topic. Noni Madueke has moved is obviously going to move to Arsenal. Let's talk about that
Yeah,
and what does this mean? And then the second part is just reviewing Arteta's signings over the years and what's been a hit, what's been a miss, and what's been just okay. Because I feel like we're getting to that point where we need to start asking Arteta these kind of questions, as in fans need to ask him this question. He's not always right. He's gotten it
yeah,
wrong way too many times for us
yeah.
not to question his
John.
decisions. You know what I mean? So I feel like there's, like, to your point, you say Arteta just kind of, he's stubborn and he just shows all these fancy graphs and analysis to the board
Absolutely.
and they believe him. But to
Yeah,
be honest with you, it doesn't turn out the way it's in his head because we have the data to prove that he's gotten it wrong more than he's
a
gotten
lot.
it right. So
Right.
if people are feeling a certain way about Noni Madueke, they are well within their rights. The data suggests that they have every valid reason to question this signing because we have other signings that didn't work out and it was the exact same thing. All right, so what are your thoughts
Exactly.
on Noni Madueke joining Arsenal?
Well, just like every other fan, just like most of the fans,
Yeah.
I've not. In fact, if you're a true Arsenal fan, you just don't want to see another Chelsea fan coming in. If you Arsenal fans wouldn't mind Cole Palmer,
Yeah.
yes, of course, if you bring Cole Palmer, we'll be happy to receive him. But
Yeah.
other than that, no, not another redundant Chelsea player.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I don't know why Arteta has a knack for redundant, not just Chelsea players, but Man City players too.
Yes.
We knew he wanted
Yeah.
Gundogan,
Hmm.
he couldn't get him. We knew he wanted what's this was it Portuguese right left back? What's this one that went to
To
I
Bayern
think he went
Munich
to
and then
Barcelona.
yes, yeah, that didn't work out.
Yeah. And then there's also Leroy Sané and
Hmm.
all that. The links to Leroy Sané. We know that those links are more than just rumors. Maybe there were
Yes.
other considerations why he didn't go for him in the end.
Mhm.
Or maybe Leroy Sané decided to opt for other choices for
Yeah,
reasons best known to him. But there's always that link. I mean,
you're
what
right.
is this connect to players that are, especially players that are either past their prime or for one reason or the other are redundant to their clubs. So, I mean, that is what is happening now. This Noni Madueke. For me, when he was in PSV, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't have mind.
But it's
Would
23
have
though.
loved.
It's 23. Are
Yeah,
you
he's
saying that? I mean, I'm not trying to
exactly.
stop your travel. I'm saying,
But he's tested. He's tested in the Premier League, and the results are not too encouraging. 13 goals
yeah,
in 2 seasons,
yeah.
two full seasons.
I'm
It's not
playing
the
devil's
best.
advocate here with this because don't get me wrong, I'm with you. I'm not a fan at all. I'm not a
Yeah.
fan of signing another Chelsea player. If you're going to sign Chelsea player, why is not the best Chelsea player? Secondly, is how horridly this went through. And I've heard now that the deal
Exactly.
means we pay about 42 million pounds upfront and the rest on adults. Can you imagine that? So we're actually helping Chelsea solve their financial problems. When we could right now, I think the reason why Yoko is not an Arsenal player right now is we're still negotiating. Arsenal values him at this amount and Sporting value. So we're quick to sign, to your point, a Chelsea squad player very, very quickly and pay upfront. So, but now going back to my devil's advocate question is fine. The average Premier League winger scores around 6 goals a season, a winger. but they also create around that same number, maybe slightly more. If we're judging based on goals, to your point, 13 goals over 2 seasons, not too bad. Do you agree?
That's average.
That's
That's
average, but
average.
not too bad. So he meets the minimum for a winger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Martinelli scored that and he was deemed average. And I mean, a lot of
Mhm.
people were like, he should be sold.
Yes.
Uh, Anthony Gordon in Newcastle scored six league goals. So
Mhm.
6 league goals, what can that get you? And that's why I don't understand the hype around Anthony Gordon. I don't think he's the kind of player that gets past right to gets past fullbacks. That
Yeah.
he's very quick. Yeah. He's very quick, but I
You
think
can't dribble face to face. Yeah. One on
yes,
one.
he's not an upgrade on Martinelli. We
Yeah.
need an upgrade. Uh, so I mean,
So
this
no, go ahead. Go ahead.
Murphy
Mm. Murphy.
Murphy had, I think Murphy had 8 league goals for Newcastle,
Mhm.
but I'm
I'm not a
looking at
fan
these
either.
players and
I'm
saying,
not a
no,
fan either.
I'm not a fan. I'm not
I'm
a
not a
fan.
fan
But I'm
either.
just looking at, you just talked about the average goals and is
Yes.
within that range, that 6 to 8 goal range. So,
Yeah.
I mean, if this guy is not, I heard the last time he scored was in January.
That's poor,
And
man.
what does that tell you? But in fairness to Arteta, he's very quick. Madueke is very quick, and he's he has some qualities that
He shoots.
makes him. He shoots, and he gets past players.
Yeah.
He gets fouled very easily, and he's very quick. So I think he's a better dribbler than Martinelli.
Okay.
But most of the time,
That's good.
most
That's
of the
good to
time he
hear.
plays. Yeah, most of the time he plays on the right wing. So the comparison with Martinelli is not. It's just because they are both wingers, so you can
Yes.
compare like that. But most of the time he plays on the right wing. So I mean, you
Oh,
can
okay.
excuse. You,
So again, in all fairness to Arteta, I think every Arsenal fan agrees that we needed a backup for Saka. Ethan Wannery is not a backup for Saka. He tried, he did his best. He's not exactly the backup. So if you look at it from that lens, that Noni Madueke is going to come in and be backup for Saka. So I mean, I was watching a video and as he said, he's 23 years old. He's an England international and he's coming in, he's young. He's willing to come in and understudy Saka, and quite frankly, he's comfortable being a backup for Saka. He's not a problem on the left-hand side. If you look at it from that lens, it kind of makes sense. My only problem is why 52 million pounds?
absolutely.
Why 52 million
That's not
pounds?
it. Especially when you know you have a striker to buy,
Buy
you
a winger
have
to
a
buy?
winger, and we're forgetting one player, a Saliba backup.
Yes.
We know every time gets injured, we always talk about Ben White replacing him. But the thing is, does Arteta, I mean, does he have the same confidence in Ben White as we expect him to have? I mean,
I don't think so.
does he trust Ben White? Really? He doesn't.
I don't think so.
I mean,
But do you think
as-
Mosquera is going to be that player? He's right-footed,
I
right?
think so.
Okay.
Yes. And he's 6'2".
Yeah.
Obviously, you can see from the kind of squad that Teta is building that he values height. And I've always said the same thing too.
Yeah.
We need tall defenders,
Yeah.
and
Okay. Yeah,
Mosquera is one
I
of
think
the
so too. If you look,
tallest.
if I think so too. I think Mosquera is going to be that player for Saliba. So that means Calafiori can double as left back, backup, or even Gabriel backup as well.
Uh,
Yeah. So it's not just us. Most Arsenal fans are. I mean, I think Robbie from AFTV did a poll, and I think twice he did the poll, and it came out to be
yeah.
80% of over 80% of Arsenal fans don't like the signing. They don't welcome it. I think it makes sense.
According to Don Robbie, he did the poll twice. The
Yeah,
first one returned 87%
disapproval.
of fans. Yes, 87% disapproval.
Mhm.
Then he did the poll a second time and it returned 95%
Wow.
disapproval. That's
Wow.
how much fans don't want. The thing is, the fans, at the end of the season, if Arteta fails to win, it's not just trophies.
Yes.
Let's be specific about what trophy we don't consider. No, the league is a minor trophy. League title, so the league cup is
Yeah.
a minor title to us, and so is the FA Cup, where we are not. We're the highest. We're the top holders of the FA Cup, 14. So the fans are not so crazy about the FA Cup. We don't consider it a major title.
Yeah.
So it's the league or the Champions League.
Yeah.
If you don't win these
For
things
me,
at
FA
the end
Cup
of
is I'll put FA Cup there too. I think we need to definitely for me, League, FA Cup, Champions League, one of them.
no, but the thing is, Arsenal fans are tired of the FA Cup. We know we can do it. We have done it before. It's virtually our trophy.
Mm-hmm.
So, but look at the league. We have not won the league in 20 plus years, 21 years or 22 years now,
Yes.
21 years. That's a long time. And then the Champions League, never. Not even the Europa League
Yeah.
that our bitter rivals
I
won.
know.
So the pressure is on us, especially when, given that the ladies went and won the Champions League, the women's Champions League.
You
So the
actually went
pressure,
there. You went there with the
yeah,
ladies.
pressure is on us. We need to
Yeah. But
deliver
you know,
that
you're
title.
right. You're right. I agree. I agree. I think we're all in alignment that fans don't want this. And I feel sorry for not Madueke. It's not his fault.
And it's not his fault. And at the end of the day,
Yeah.
if if it doesn't go well, Arteta doesn't face the banters like
Yeah.
the
The
fans
player.
face.
People
It's
people are
always
people are already sending him all kinds of hashtags and which
that's
is
unfair.
which is
That's
just
not fair.
unfair. And I don't
It's very
support
unfair.
that.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
It's not good for the players' mental health.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. All right. So I think I kind of talked about that. Apparently the gist we heard that he's coming in as backup for Saka. I know that we tend to play Saka literally to the ground, so dude can get a breather now, maybe midweek games and stuff like that. If I look at it from that lens, it makes sense. But to my honest, Madueke will make sense to me after we've signed the critical players that we need.
Exactly. The
Uh-huh.
problem with the Madueke signing is two things. For me, it's two things.
Yeah.
I'm looking at what message does that send to Ethan Nwaneri?
Yes.
And Chelsea are looking at Ethan Nwaneri and saying, "Oh, if he's not going to renew his contract because
Hmm.
of certainty regarding his playing time,
Yeah.
then they will swoop him. They'll swoop him."
Yeah.
So are we getting Madueke and losing Ethan to Chelsea is like an exchange?
Hmm.
And I'm like, no, no, we can't. We can't. This guy is not the kind of player we want to lose. This guy
Yeah.
scored 7 goals last season. His age and for that limited playing time is very encouraging. And
Yeah.
he's got a deadly left foot. We don't want to miss him.
So I hear
So
today,
that is it.
you have a good point there, but I hear today from
And of
Fabrizio
course, the
that,
money has.
yeah, I heard
Okay.
today from Fabrizio today that it's looking like the deal is going to happen. So clearly, there's a conversation that is happening that we're not aware of.
Okay.
Ethan Nwaneri is
I
called
think I read
is supposed to play in the middle. I saw today on Fabrizio's Instagram that Arsenal are feeling even more confident that they're going to get a deal out of Ethan Nwaneri. So clearly, the boy wants to stay, and you're right. Those conversations need to have now. Ethan Nwaneri is not a winger, so let's even remove him from that conversation. He's not a winger. He's supposed to play as backup for Odegaard. That's his position. So if you look at it this way, Ethan Nwaneri is going to be playing in the middle as backup for Odegaard, not as backup for Saka. I feel like that's even though personally I am for players getting all-round experience because it helps you be a better player. But I think that this season, let's just make it clear that Ethan Nwaneri is going to be coming off the bench to replace Odegaard, or in some cases, keeping Odegaard on the bench because of maybe tight schedule and things like that. But now that you don't ask the question, why are we signing Eze? I want Eze so bad.
So
I
bad.
want him so
Yeah.
bad at Arsenal, but if that's actually signing, you say okay, that directly impacts Ethan Nwaneri because if we sign Eze and you say that, oh, and Arteta has lied to us before, be frank. If you sign Eze and say Eze is supposed to be a winger on the left-hand side, when he signed Havertz, he said Havertz was a midfielder, turned out to be a striker. When he
Yeah.
signed Raya, he said Raya and Ramsey was going to compete. That was a blatant lie. Raya was always number one. So I hope that signing Eze, which to be honest with you, whatever the outcome, I won't mind if I send it, I'm going to do on loan. But I really think that the player that really, not even not Madueke, the player that directly will impact Ethan Nwaneri is not Noni Madueke. It's Eze coming to Arsenal,
Yeah.
which we want. So
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't start seeing, because you're right. Sometimes Arteta presents some shiny objects to us just to confuse us and doesn't do it. I hope he doesn't stall on the decision to sign Eze because of this Ethan Nwaneri. Because to be honest, I want Eze at Arsenal. He offers us, he's better than anything we have on the left hand side. To be honest, anything. If both of them put together, he's better than both of them. So. Anyways,
There's this thing I'm looking at. Maybe it's not maybe it's unorthodox, but I would have loved for Arteta to address this discontentment on the part of the fans regarding this transfer, this
say that
uneasiness.
again.
I would have loved for Arteta to
Mhm.
address this discontentment on the part of the fans, this anxiety, this angst.
He doesn't care.
Yeah, but I
Doesn't
mean,
care.
considering that you don't see this happening all the time to Manchester United, to Chelsea, to Man City, to Liverpool, I can't think of any transfer that any of these clubs have done that has been greeted with this kind of outrage.
Yes.
So talk, you should find a way to communicate with the fans. The
Yes.
fans are the 12th players, they say.
Mhm.
So, I mean, we don't understand what you're trying to do. Even if you are not going to pacify us, but the moment you just speak to the fans, it
Mhm.
shows that you actually care about how they feel.
How they
You
feel.
just
Yes.
you make them trust you again.
Hmm.
You tell them to trust your decision. You know what you're doing and all that. And
Yes.
I mean, they'll come. But when you don't do that, it sends a message that look, you don't care what they think.
Yes.
And you always be there. And these are these fans will spend their money to watch. They go home with the emotions and the banter. Monday morning when they're going to work, they're facing rival fans who are jeering at them, bantering
Mhm.
them. It's not fun at all, and it's all
No,
over
I
the
agree.
world. So
I agree with you. I think that's the adult thing to do. And if you want, because you're right, the fans are not happy, and I hope that people don't go do something silly. Maybe go stage like kind of protest and things like that. I hope it doesn't get to that. But you're right. Ateta can solve all of this by just coming out after we sign them. We can say, listen, this has always been the plan. No matter okay, yes, it might. And to be honest with you, the market is inflated.
yeah, it is.
The market is inflated. Who was what's this guy? Elanga
Elanga, yeah, for
went to
55.
Newcastle for what, 60 million or 50? It's actually more money than
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah,
like,
mind you.
I'm not sure. So since when is Elanga an average player? Had just had one good season, now worth over or nearly 60 million pounds. So if you look at it that way, the market is actually not a real market. It's grossly inflated. So this is
It's
actually a
true.
30 million pounds player. There's like a 20 million markup on everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah. So anyways, I think it's a good let's talk about Arteta signing. I think it's a good segue. We have fans have the right to question because they've been down this road before and it didn't work out.
we don't we don't have a history of
Yes.
uh, signings from Chelsea working out at
Yes,
Arsenal.
exactly.
They've always gotten the better of us when it comes to the signings.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Look at what Arsene did with Gallas and Ashley Cole.
Oh my
Ashley Cole,
goodness.
I mean, what I heard from Ashley Cole, I read Ashley Cole's statement. He
Yeah.
said that he was on £27,000 a week, and then he had agreed with Arsenal that the new contract he will be paid 60 a week.
Mm-hmm.
And on the day of signing, when he went to sign, he saw 55. And when he asked, Arsenal said that is what they can offer. And then he dropped the pen. He refused to sign. And
I went
then,
to Chelsea.
of course, Arsene Wenger went to Chelsea. I mean, there was the exchange, Gallas and 5 million. They gave Gallas and 5 million. And then you brought Gallas and paid him 80. I don't forget that. He
Yeah.
paid Gallas 80.
Just to
And
spite
then
this boy.
I'm telling you, let Ashley Cole go. Gave Gallas the number 10 jersey. Where do you see a central defender wearing the number 10 jersey? And within one season, he made Gallas the captain of
Captain.
Arsenal with number 10 jersey at the back and 80,000.
That was ridiculous.
Although he
That was
admitted in the end that that was his worst decision. Letting Ashley Cole go was
yeah.
his worst managerial decision. But and it is just okay. It was to Chelsea again.
Yeah.
You see, we don't miss Giroud, but the fact that he went there, when he went there and won a title at our own expense,
Same thing with
scored a
Ashiko.
same thing that Ashley Cole.
Yeah.
See, so
So it's
it's
like when
speaking
they go from Arsenal to Chelsea, they win trophies. When they come from
trophies.
Chelsea to Arsenal, most of them are trash.
Trash, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So
Anyways, let me share my screen. So I put together a compilation of players Arteta has signed over the years, and we're going to rate them between hits, miss, or what's just okay. Okay. Let me share my
all
screen.
right. Okay.
Um, let me do this. Let's see. Stop sharing. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So I try to let's start with forwards, midfielders, defenders, and then goalkeepers. Okay. I
Okay.
put the ones in blue just to show how many players freaking signed from Chelsea.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So let's start with Havertz. What's your take on Havertz? I know you said the jury's still out on Havertz,
Yes, jury's still out on Harvard.
but if you
So
were pressed to pick a decision, what would you say? Hit, miss, or okay?
it depends on how you look at it. Like I always say,
Mhm.
he wasn't bought to be a striker. He was bought to come in and replace Zaka.
Yeah.
Exactly. So if he was bought to replace Zaka, he started out there. The first half of the season, the
Hmm.
first from August to December, I think December, before it was in early January that Arteta decided to move him to the striking position.
Hmm.
But when he was playing at that age, we all know he was a disaster. I can't say he was a disaster, but you are as good as me. If you want to compare him to who the player he was coming to replace, I mean, he just didn't fit it. He, it's just, for me, it's a miss.
Yes.
But
Okay.
looking at the fact that Arteta didn't want to replace, Arteta still had faith in Gabriel Jesus to play in the ninth position, the top striking position.
Hmm.
But when it didn't work, he decided to remember that Havertz is a striker, is a forward, and decided to make him a striker. If you judge him from that role, I
Hmm.
think he did enough. So you can't say he's a miss, and I can't say he's a hit. So he's just there. He's in the middle
So
for
let's
me.
let's say it's let's say let me see. Okay, yeah. Let's say it's
Yeah,
okay. Fairly okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, he's okay.
All right. What about William?
William, of course, miss, miss.
I don't I agree 100%. Total miss.
Guy,
That was a disaster signing.
of course, he even terminated his own contract. Agreed to walk away without any compensation.
What
Was,
about Marquinhos?
of course, a miss. Just didn't work
Yes.
out.
Um, Oh, this is, I'll take this out. This is not, this is the old, so the Gabriel is obviously a hit. Trossard,
Yeah. Trossard is a hit. I
hit.
would call
Okay.
Trossard. Yeah.
I agree too.
Considering how much we bought him and the circumstances surrounding he was a plan B and a
Yeah.
painful one for Arsenal, missing out on Mudryk. So he came in
Speaking
and
of
did
Modric, can you imagine what has happened to that guy's career, man?
such so bad. It's not, I don't wish him what has
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah. What about Sterling?
Ah, do I need to even say?
The
Guy has
miss.
been a big miss, big miss.
Now,
And
this one's, it's, what up, this
I was
one, go ahead. Is it what?
I wasn't a fan when he
Yeah.
wanted to come. The same what did you call it? Madueke feeling is what I
Mm,
had at that time. No, no, no. I
yeah.
was like, no, this is not it. Okay.
Um, Now Jesus. I know this one splits opinion because Jesus has had his highs and his lows as an Arsenal player, and he's been plagued with very serious injuries as well. So, what's your take? I personally, I think he's been a hit. I think he's just been unfortunate with injuries. When he's been fit and asked to play, his
Now,
position, he's actually played well
now,
for me. Yeah,
now, for me to judge him, strikers are judged based on their goal scoring ability,
yeah,
goals and assists. The reason, see, goal scoring is the most difficult thing in football. That is why players who can put the ball in the net are the
hmm
highest paid players in the world. You talk about the Messis, the Cristiano Ronaldos. Once you can put the ball in the net, often the Lewandowskis, you're going to be paid mad wages.
yeah.
Does Gabriel Jesus do that?
Mm-mm.
Just what was he bought for? To come and score goals.
Yes.
Guy dribbled very well, but the end product, no. So for me, he's a miss. He's not even, I can't even
Oh,
say okay.
wow.
That okay. Yes, for me, I don't, for me, sell. Just
Okay.
sell the guy.
Considering I think he's a hit, I think he's a miss. Can we settle for okay?
Okay, let's just settle for okay. Because I know there are many players who love the fact that he's a good dribbler. He
Yeah,
causes, he breaks defenses and causes
yeah.
a lot
He's,
of
he's, he's, he's intelligent,
intelligence. Yes, but
and he's hardworking too. So
by
there are
his
no,
own admission, he's not good in goal scoring. Like,
yeah,
he's not good at goal scoring. And
that's
if you
poor,
can
man.
admit
Should
that,
never say that.
he should never say that. Actually,
Yeah,
he should never say that.
never
But he
say that.
said it. That there are other aspects to his game and all that. But you are
Yeah,
a striker
yeah,
for
striker.
both club and country.
Yeah. All right, let's go to Rice, midfielders.
Woof! Did I say big hit?
Big hit. See. I love, and
Uh,
I think about Rice. I'm hoping, and I can almost sense it in Nordgaard. I can sense it that
yeah,
he has that Declan Rice character. He's extremely hardworking. I was watching his interview, like it was so emotional. I sent you a video where you see where his son was wearing the Arsenal jersey
so,
and he
yeah.
teared up. I'm like, wow,
Something tells me that maybe maybe because Martin Zubimendi is coming from uh, the
Spain.
Spanish league, he might struggle in the first few games. We just might see Christian Nogard taking his place in the
Mm,
first part of the season. Although I know Arteta is a very stubborn person, he will
mm,
try to, because of the promises and how much it took him to convince him.
yeah, to
Is
come.
yeah, to come.
So you're saying that Arteta will not want to bed Zubimendi in. He will just put him there and you think he will flop. I actually don't think he will flop. I think the kind of rotation, kind of movement Arsenal does, okay, the way we play football, I think that anybody who is even half clever would and mobile would do it at Arsenal. But let's see.
Yeah,
Let's see. That's it.
But you see the physicality of the league, the
Mm.
pace of the league, and considering the fact that Zubimendi is an intelligent player who is not known for his pace, for his quickness,
Of physicality.
or physicality.
Yeah.
And coming into, I mean, I don't want to see a situation where the these weaknesses begin to show early.
Mm.
Our first 5 games are very difficult
Very
games.
difficult games. Yeah. Okay.
Just
But
wondering.
speaking about, I could get that. It was this exact same thing with when we signed Rice, his interviews, the way he received the club, the way the club received him, his
Absolutely.
personality. I see a lot of striking similarities there. It won't surprise me personally if Notgard is a hit for Arsenal. I can feel it. I can actually feel
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can feel it.
Okay, Partey, your favorite guy, your guy.
Hit. Big hit for me. Big hit. In spite of the fact that he was injured for most of his
Yeah,
5 seasons that he spent at Arsenal. He only
yeah,
had uh, one full injury-free season.
yeah,
The 2 seasons were plagued with injuries, but yeah, but for me, he's a hit. He has
yeah.
always
I
been
think
top, top.
last season was his best season ever in a national
Yeah,
state. Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay, Lokonga,
Ah,
miss,
for
yeah.
me, big miss. Yeah,
I agree. I didn't quite understand. I didn't quite understand his game, like what his game is about. I didn't get it. A lot of times players come, and he's a young footballer. I think he went to Spain. I don't know how he did well in Spain, but he just wasn't the right fit. He's a bit slow. He always took a tangent,
yeah,
like he did his own thing outside of the way we play.
yeah.
Yeah. What about Jorginho?
Jorginho, for me, he's just okay. He's not a hit.
Yeah.
He's not a miss. He was a good squad player.
Yeah. I
So,
agree too.
considering
I agree.
the fact that he was not a starter,
Yeah.
I mean, he did well whenever he was called upon,
Yeah. I
except
agree.
except for a few matches, the Tottenham match,
Mm.
I mean, that goal, I mean, it
Okay.
was
No, I agree.
crazy.
I agree with that. I think it's okay.
It's okay.
And Merino,
Merino, the jury, not Merino. So far, we'll have to wait.
yeah. Okay.
We'll have to-
So would you be okay with okay?
Yeah, okay for Jorginho. Yeah,
Okay.
for
For
Merino,
Merino.
yeah, okay too.
Okay.
Okay,
All right. Ceballos,
miss for me,
miss.
miss.
I agree. You just had pockets of good games, flashes.
Yeah,
That was it. It was never really consistent.
absolutely.
Odegaard,
Spent
this one is very simple. He's our captain, so
Yeah, he's a hit. In spite of the fact that he had a bad season last season,
last season,
he,
yeah,
the team is I mean,
yeah,
is built around him.
yeah,
Odegaard is becoming a kind of profile in football, like Makalele is a profile. You're almost like the
yeah.
Odegaard profile kind of
How
player.
how old is he?
Odegaard 26, 27.
Okay,
Yes.
that's a good. Let me check how old he is. Odegaard. Yeah, he's 26. Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Okay. Fabio Vieira.
Miss Fabio Vieira, miss because I believe if he had been given enough time,
Hmm.
he would have been okay. But the fact that he was sent on loan
Yeah,
and for the little time he's I can't say he's a miss. He's not a miss.
yeah.
It's not. It's, people are harsh, too
You say
harsh to say.
okay.
Yeah, I'll say okay for Fabio Vieira.
Yeah. For me, it's
Okay.
actually a miss, but I'll settle with okay.
First, he wasn't a starter, and he
Yeah.
scored some fantastic goals.
Calafiori.
Uh,
Too early.
yeah, too early.
Too early. So let's just go with okay then.
Yeah,
Too early to call. Zinchenko.
Chenko, miss.
Miss. Yeah, I agree. The legend, Gabriel,
Ah,
my man.
I love him so
I
much.
love Gabriel.
Love his energy. In fact, Gabriel is anytime Arsenal lose a game, I feel very bad for Gabriel because
Yeah,
he gives so much.
yeah.
Can't feel his energy. There was a time when whenever we needed goals, Gabriel would go and get a goal. Just somehow. I mean, we're relying on him for goal scoring. He was doing his job as a defender and coming to score goals.
So it's 27, not 26. So Ben White,
It's,
hit, yeah.
in spite
Timber,
of the fact, in spite of the fact that Ben White has lost his place
he
to
lost his
Timber.
place.
Yeah, he's
If
still a hit.
Timber is anything like he played last season, forget it, he's lost his place.
Yeah,
Timber actually showed us he's an upgrade on Ben White.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So Timber is a hit, obviously. Tomiyasu.
It's just okay.
Okay. Agree.
He's a
Tomiyasu
player who would
just
have been a hit if
yeah,
he was fit.
yeah. True. I agree with you. Cedric Soares.
Of course,
Okay. Tavares.
miss,
Yes.
miss. This guy,
He actually
man.
did well in Italy. He's doing well.
But, well, in Italy, yes,
Yeah, he's
man.
doing well.
There was this game we played against Liverpool. In fact, against Manchester United, this guy cost a penalty. In fact, he was almost like there was this. There were like two tackles he made. One was against Tony Elanga,
Hmm.
that was almost a penalty, but he left Elanga in. He had a bad game in that game. We
Mm.
beat United 3 goals to 1. I remember Cristiano scored in that game. That was the game Cristiano scored. He had a This guy had a bad game.
Yeah.
He cost a penalty. I think almost cost another one. Then we played against Liverpool. He had a bad game against Liverpool. I remember Salah was bringing the ball the from the other side of the wing. This guy was marking uh, Mane on this side. I
Hmm.
don't know what made him. He left Mane and went to help because Salah had gotten past the other defender. He went
Yeah.
to help that the ball was passed to Mane and Mane tapped it in. And I was like,
Yeah.
what kind of defending is this? It was just not the
Never,
kind.
it never really worked. Never really
He
worked.
didn't have he didn't have that discipline that is required of a defender
Yes.
at the top level. He played like he was the midfielder drafted to be the defense. So,
Yeah. I agree. I agree. So goalkeepers, we've had what, five goalkeepers in total. Raya is obviously a hit. He's our goalkeeper
yeah,
currently. Ramsdale, for me, is a hit. What about you?
a hit too.
Yeah. He's just
A little bit.
unlucky.
Yeah, just unlucky.
So unlucky too to see that he's now back in the championship and nobody's willing to make an investment well yet, considering the fact that there are some teams that need goalkeepers, especially Manchester United.
That's true.
There's no argument there. He's a better goalkeeper than Onana.
No, no, no.
Yeah.
It's very,
What
very
about Matt Turner?
miss.
Miss, okay. Alex Ronaldson. I don't even know where this guy is.
Was it another miss?
Miss. And Matt Ryan.
Miss too.
Miss. Okay. So let me see. So I'm gonna do a quick math. So
Uh,
let's see. Yeah.
we forgot to add this is it Portuguese or Brazilian goalkeeper, the one from Wolves that just left. That one too is a
Oh,
miss.
what's his name again?
Is it
Um,
I'm trying to remember his name.
Let me see if I can
The
remember his
guy
name.
played just one game. Just one game. Ah,
That was so poor. Let's see if I can find his name. Neto.
Neto. Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let me add him here. Neto. Also a miss. So that will be 28 players, 28 signings. So I'm going to count the OKs as also positive. So let's look at what's been bad. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10, 11, 12. So let's do quick math here. 28 minus 12 is 16. So he's gotten 12 wrong. So if I do 12 divided by 28 times 100, I think has gotten it wrong 42% of the time.
Okay, but you also need to know that some of the OKs are I can't rate some of the OKs because you are not a level raiser.
Mm,
I mean, how is it okay if you're not a level raiser, such that you are not played often because you don't change anything, you don't improve anything, you reduce the level of the first team whenever you go in.
hmm.
So okay is not okay in a sense. The fact that you are not a disaster, you are not very bad, doesn't
Yeah,
mean you are okay just because you are not the worst signings.
yeah.
So for me, okay is actually not okay in some sense.
So
There are
next,
some
week.
there are some okays like Tomiyasu okay is okay. Um, Gabriel Jesus okay depends on how you look at it. Havertz, in fact, anyway, let's just be let's just say okay is okay anyway.
Okay, so let's look at the percentage here. So this is let's see, this is 42%. Oh, actually, let's say approximately 43. Let's just say 42.8%. Yeah, it's gotten wrong. And then we have out of how many hits? I have one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, nine. 9/28 is about 32%. 32% has been wrong, right? So of course the rest. So if I say 32, 32 plus 42, 100. So you're only going 26 have been okay. And to your point, some of them are debatable.
Yeah,
That's poor.
yeah, it is.
That's very poor.
It's
So he cannot actually sit down and unilaterally feel that fans should not question my signings. You've gotten it wrong for what we see here, almost 50% of the time. And some of your okays, to be honest, in certain conversations can even fall as misses.
yeah, they are
As
not level.
misses. Yes.
They
There's
can't.
none of
They
them. Yeah, yeah, you're right.
they weaken the team when they come in. They don't raise the level of the team when they come in. So
Yeah. It's not a good scorecard for him. So here we are again with Noni Madueke. Why should I feel hopeful that you're going to get it right?
that is it.
Why?
Yeah.
Well, that's crazy. Anyways,
There is a player. There is a player you left out.
which one?
Pablo Mari.
Oh, yes, Pablo Mari. That's a defender too.
A defender.
Yeah, that will skew my maths. But let me see. That's fine. We'll do the maths. That was it. That was obviously a miss too.
APC.
That was obviously a miss. Okay. So that'll be 29. 29 signings. So that let's
Who
see.
signed, who signed David Lewis? I can't say his
I
name.
think it was Emery.
Okay. Yeah, I think so too.
So 9 divided by 29. That actually drops the number to 31%. And this is a miss is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 13 divided by 29. That's 44. 44%. So 25%. Okay. Which quite frankly, maybe half of that is all um can be argued as misses. Well, this is not good. This is not good. So I can totally understand people who are questioning Noni Madueke. They have data to prove it that this guy is not always it doesn't have a winning streak. No winning streak at all. Anyways, I think that's this is really good. Thanks for going through this with me. Thank you. All right. Thanks, man. Thanks again for your inputs. Catch you later, okay?
Yeah. Right.
Okay. Take
Nice
care.
talking to you. All
Yeah.
right, take care, man.
All right. Yeah, bye.